Dogs, they don't ask for much. Someone with PTSD, we don't ask for help. We just spiral. Dogs know that you need help. They're looking into our soul. They do what they need to do to bring us back to reality, to snap us out of our dark hole and show us that life is to be lived.
Friendship comes in all shapes and sizes, and for 69-year-old Roger, his best pal is 6-year-old Rosie.
Putting into words how fabulous Rosie is, she is a real super dog.
But Rosie is so much more than a super dog. She's Roger's saviour.
She is there for me 100%, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
Roger spent 14 years as an Air Force photographer. While he has many fond memories, the job did have its challenges.
Unfortunately, aeroplanes sometimes fall out of the sky and we'd have to go and photograph what was left, and that included people. So we'd take it back into the darkroom and we'd see it again and again and again.
Towards the end of his career, Roger was a passenger in a Windjiel involved in a near miss.
The pilot tipped it up on its side and came down to go underneath the other aircraft. We would have full-on hit if I hadn't have screamed out. For a long time afterwards, that was the nightmare that I kept getting.
After his discharge, Roger's mental health deteriorated.
We had fewer and fewer friends, so it was getting more and more lonely. The nightmares were very frequent, sometimes 2 and 3 times a night.
His wife feared the worst.
We would hide knives, we would hide the scissors. We actually took all of the medications out of the house and took them to the chemist.
I'd had enough. Sick of being in pain, sick of being on drugs. I felt like I was holding Angie back.
It wasn't until 25 years after leaving the Air Force that Roger was diagnosed with PTSD.
We had reached out to every assistance dog organisation and they'd said to us their books were closed, there was a 4-year wait or a cost of $40,000. And I just knew I didn't have that. He just shared his exit strategy with me. 4 years I didn't have.
With time running out, the couple came across 10-month-old Rosie, who was up for adoption.
What I saw was that she was really coachable and trainable and that she had smarts beyond her years.
Yeah, just lay there looking at me, and when you look into the eyes of an animal, it's a real deep connection. She gave me hope. She got me out of the house, got me doing things again, got me to slow down drinking because I had to give her the attention she needed. I hadn't had that connection with anything, let alone a dog. Even Angie, I wasn't that connected to Angie at the time.
Rosie, get it.
And Rosie was just the beginning. Together, the couple created the charity PTSD Dogs, adopting and training rescue dogs to help veterans and first responders like Laurie, who spent 16 gruelling years in the infantry.
Some stages you're carrying 60 kilos on your back and the body eventually just completely fell apart.
Following 5 operations, Laurie was medically discharged.
I mean, I remember driving and I blacked out on the motorway doing 110 because the pain was actually that bad down my legs, sitting in the car. Just couldn't function. There were times where I was bedridden, literally couldn't do anything.
He blames the crippling pain for severing his relationship with his wife and 4 young daughters.
I was just angry all the time. My kids had sort of been told from a very young age, oh, you got to be quiet because Dad's not well. It's really unfair on them that they haven't been able to have a normal childhood.
Like Roger, Laurie became a recluse.
My social life was non-existent. I didn't go anywhere, I didn't go out. If the girls would come over, it was almost seen as like a punishment to them.
It was a chance encounter with Roger in a local market that changed Laurie's life forever.
With me. Yes, good boy. Drop.
Enter Buddy, a border collie who's an expert in human relations.
Because he loves people and loves cuddles, we just sat there and cuddled. Because I was angry, no one would give me a cuddle because you don't want to give someone a hug that's angry all the time. So him giving me a hug has now allowed me to hug my kids.
Buddy has turned his life around in other ways too.
It got me socialising. It got me out just by the simple fact that I had to look after him. He's learnt to smell pain sometimes before it even start really hurting.
Their dog's unconditional love has helped both Laurie and Roger mend their broken lives.
Buddy saved my life because I had no direction, I had no anything. Pain basically ruled everything.
Since Rosie came into their lives, Roger and Angie have trained more than 30 rescue dogs for grateful new owners who need training as well.
I want to help as many people as I can. We lost a lot of friends, so I want to stop that from happening. I know that she is the reason I'm here now. I just couldn't imagine life without her.
Such a beautiful story.
For all that talk of a lack of social cohesion, you look at someone like Roger and he just reaffirms his faith in humanity. For more information on the PTSD dogs and how you can support their mission, go to our website. And if you do need support, you can always contact Lifeline on 13 11 14.